Welcome to Adam Seth Sundays.
Adam Seth Sundays.
Adam Seth Sundays. Or ass. If you're looking for that kind of ass,
check Cornhub.
You're definitely going to have to check out Cornhub. We're just two shitheads shooting the shit about some shit.
Yeah. Or as you put it in our description, it was two friends, 20 years, two brain cells shared amongst each other.
That's exactly it.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong.
No, and that's the things. Like I said, we did our episodes, and we didn't really explain to people who we were. When it goes to our podcast and all that. I'm Seth, out of Adam and Seth, and this is Adam. Adam, Seth, Sunday. This artwork is actually done by my wife's niece, so now my niece. It is gorgeous. Like for y'all, what you can see is like just look at the gorgeous detail on that, right? Beautiful. I'll show y'all too. Look at the beautiful detail on that. Isn't that beautiful?
Well, what about them?
Oh, well, yeah.
For anybody who's curious, he's got 3 cameras going.
Yep. I'm trying to get as much footage as I can.
He's all inclusive.
I'm actually getting into this. Hi, everybody. Like I said, I'm Seth out of Adam and Stuff. Like we said, we're just a couple of knuckleheads who have random topics at every single given time. And, yeah, we just like having fun and shooting shit. We got Jane Bucks. I apologize for everybody on my actual podcast over here. Until I get 50 followers on YouTube, I can't go live, which is funny. Because you have to get over 1,000 followers on TikTok to be able to go live. So if you guys like my stuff over here, or you think we're funny, or you see or you see a lot of my political posts, you know, of the rallies and the get-togethers and whatnot, and you just want to enjoy an hour to 2 or an hour of just sitting back and talking nonsensical shit, we're you guys.
Pretty much.
I've known this knucklehead for going on 21 years.
Going on 23 years.
23? Holy shit. Hello! As you can tell by the white in my beard, I'm old. 43, okay? I look good for 60 on 40. Hard life. Right? We had those hard lives.
That's a hard
life. You know, we found the funny in our life.
Everything.
You know, in all the hard shit that we went through in our lives, we still found time to find the funny in it. Or find sense in it. And for some reason, we got the that us two sharing 20 years of experience and 20 years of just
good friendship.
Yeah, and nonsensical banter. We should make our own podcast.
This might be a plane crash and my crash and burn.
You know what? I'm okay.
Then again, you know what? For some reason, some people out there might absolutely
for real, like I've
adore.
noticed that we're at 37 subscribers on our YouTubes. And like anybody who's over there and like getting on my YouTube and subscribing, you guys are cool. Like that's where we're starting off. Like if you see some of the older videos, those are from like when I first started on YouTube.
Whoa.
This is some stupid ass.
Is that what those are?
Yeah, stupid shit, the raps and shit with my nephews. They're good. I'm not. If you ever want to see what I would sound like if I were to actually try to rap on a beat of my own, it's not a pretty sight. I mean, you don't see me, but you can hear me. I sound like a white guy. I sound like, what does he call it? Hip hop. Even though I'm not trying. If it's Eminem or somebody like that, you give me their lines. Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, anybody like that, you give me their lines. I'll nail it. If you ask me to sit there and come up with my own hot 16 bars.
Hip hop.
Yeah.
That's
because I got a twang. Oh yeah, it's because oh yeah. Because I got a twang to my voice. And I live in Oregon. Everybody's like, "Why do you got a twang?"
He's special.
I was born in Southern Oregon. I got also say something. I apologize for my voice. If anybody can hear me on podcast, it's great because I have a mic. On TikTok, I apologize. Can't hear me too well. It's because I was out on April 5th in the crowds with my megaphone, helping get people motivated and marching and trying to do something for our society, for our people. So yeah, I was yelling a lot. He works graveyard shifts, and like I said on a lot of my TikToks and whatnot, a lot of my social media, if you can't make it physically, you're not capable of making it. It's okay. Totally is. All right. You're there in spirit. Everybody else is out there for you, like for your rights too. That's what this is all about. But anyways, before we get any more into that,
yeah,
penis.
Good mushroom. But no, it took me a good 16, 17 years to be able to sit down and actually, talk to my friends, to my boys. Be like, yo, I'm going through some shit. Fuck, dude, when me and you first met, I barely sat down and talked to anybody about anything.
Yeah. You're a fucking young buck kid.
Why can't, you and your friends, your best friends, your kind of friends, why can't we compliment each other?
Yeah.
Like, fucking...
Okay, we do that. That's the thing.
Right.
We're weird. Okay?
Apparently, that's fair. That's fair.
Honestly, I think it's because we're more sexually aware of ourselves as men.
That's fair. But I mean, like, in the social construct on how it is and whatnot, how it's built. Oh, yeah. Well, unfortunately, a guy cannot tell a guy, hey, bro, you look good today.
Yeah, I mean,
you can't.
So for guys who want to try doing something like this, understand something. Your other guy friends, they might not be too apropos to it just yet, so you might want to wean them into feeling a little bit more masculine by being more sexually open-minded with themselves, knowing that they are straight, but it's okay. Like saying to your homeboy, like you said, man, you're looking good today, bro.
Right, like, and it doesn't even have to be, anything big. A lot of guys get uncomfortable with, you look good. A lot of guys get uncomfortable with that.
Bro, you look good today. It's like,
right. You checking me out?
Well, back in the 90s, well, you gay.
Right.
Like, no, bro.
Right.
That outfit looks fucking fire, bro. I can't appreciate.
Right.
You
look good.
And that's the thing is
what's the other thing?
Here's the thing is that just the thing that's really fucking shitty is that deep down, these guys that are getting complimented, right? Like, here's the scenario. I'm about to go out with some chick, right? I got myself looking good. Everything's all lined up. I'm manicured like a motherfucker. I'm manscaped like a crazy wild man. Right? That's fit on. Shoes are fucking matching. Girls do the same thing. Guys, we do the same thing. So don't fucking lie. We do the same goddamn thing.
Oh, yeah.
I make sure everything's looking good. Everything's looking good. Walk out that door, your boys see you. Right? Bro.
Damn.
You looking good. Where are we going? You're like,
right.
Man, they're like, you're going to go see a girl. Back in the 90s, that's how we worked. Right now, same scenario, but you're not going to see a girl. You should make yourself look good. Right. Girls do the same thing. Guys, we do the same thing. We just make ourselves look good to make ourselves feel better. It's okay to do so.
Hell yeah.
It really is. It's totally okay to do so. And here's the thing. It's like you go walking out and your boys go, bro, you looking good today. You automatically go, oh, yeah, or something like that. You just automatically start to go negative with it. But deep down, you're like, I do look good, huh? roll with the fucking compliment, guys. Jeez.
Right. You know,
fuck.
Roll with it.
It's not like he's sitting there going like me and this fucker would do. Like I'm walking like you sexy fucking bitch. You know.
God damn.
You know that's when you're like more deep friends. You know what I mean?
Right. Save that for your good
last 20
friends.
years down the motherfucking line. You got a friend shit.
Shit. Yeah, no.
I haven't seen you naked, but I wouldn't mind. Shit like that. So I said, 2 guys, 20 years, 2 fucking brain cells.
Fucking Christ.
But no, it's sad to see guys are like, you know, but that's what we were growing. I feel like my generation is supposed to be the fucking, it's supposed to be the chain breaker when it comes to the way men act towards others and towards themselves. I feel like it was us that was supposed to sit there and just like, we were supposed to hand a different torch off to the younger men of this generation, showing them how to be true leaders and be good men to the women, good men to non-women and non-men, good men to everyone. Like, if you're gonna, you know, you just, it's saddening.
And yeah, no, you were actually the closest thing to an older brother that I had.
Huh?
You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, out of everybody that we knew, it was always, you know, oh, brother this, brother that.
Oh, yeah,
hey,
yeah.
Bro,
Oh, yeah.
That's my brother. No,
dude,
no.
I honestly thought that, like, I honestly thought that trend of the brother came from fucking wrestling. Like,
it totally did.
Brother.
Hey, brother.
What's up, brother? I'm gonna meet you in the ring, brother. We're gonna go for 6 rounds, brother.
Step into his.
To that topic, I guess we can. Saturday was insane. It was badass. I'm in Oregon, and there were 20,000 people in downtown Portland. At the lowest count that I remember, it was like the least amount that got counted was 20,000. There might have been more, but there was also.
I think I read somewhere that was like 25,000 people counted in downtown.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
That was
actually that was Charlie's post.
Real quick from my life, if you want to see any of it, like you can go ahead and check out my profile. You can see my videos there, like the march and everything that are in Portland. If you were part of the live, you got to see the beginning of it, where everybody was showing up half an hour before it was supposed to start, and it was already getting pretty crowded. Yeah, dude, they were already crowding the bridges, bro.
Oh shit!
Going over. Oh my god, it was insane. It was badass. Super peaceful. It was beautiful. It was absolutely gorgeous. Everybody getting together. Everybody standing up for each other. Everybody standing up for each other's rights. It was. I was proud, man. Like honestly, I was proud.
That sounds awesome, man. That really does. And
like I said, for those that couldn't make it, you were there in spirit. You gotta understand that we were doing it for you too. Even the ones that are like against us doing this because they're with that other side.
Right.
We're doing it for you too.
Right. Y'all are out there
protesting
for everybody's rights.
You have the right to free speech. It's true, but you also don't. You also have the right to deal with the consequences.
See,
I got to deal with consequences of me protesting.
That's the thing that a lot of people aren't catching about this. It's like everybody's sitting there, you know, who are against it. They're like, oh, well, they're out there just protesting speech. No, they're protesting anti-freedom of speech. They're protesting for everybody.
We're protesting for we're protesting for everything. Women's rights, LGBTQIA rights, women's reproductive rights, civil rights, human rights, working class rights, union rights. It's everything. It's everything that this administration is trying to get rid of. We're fighting for it.
Yeah.
Even if you don't like us fighting for it, we're still fighting for it for you as well, because that's what we're supposed to do as a people. That's what we're supposed to do.
I don't understand how.
I see that many people down Portland. Oh, but that's the other thing I was saying is that it wasn't just Portland, bro. There was Tigard, Hillsborough, Beaverton, Medford, Ashland, like majors are just all over the state of Oregon, and then, bro, Boston, New York. I mean, cities all over Massachusetts, uh, all over New York State, all over Wisconsin, all over Minnesota, all over.
It was
like
nationwide.
All over Illinois.
It was
all
nationwide.
over Ohio, Cincinnati. Yeah, Cincinnati. I'm born and raised in Oregon, but I don't give a flying fuck. Still a bagel boy till I die. Ooh,
yeah, he's a bagel boy till he dies.
And they were raising up. They were raising up their voices, and people were gathered together. I mean, like, there's footage, there's videos and whatnot of just flooded streets and sidewalks of all these different cities. And it was, dude, I'm really proud to see that. Like, everybody's sitting there realizing that we've got a voice and we're going to use it. I've had people ask me, like, what do you think this is going to do? Right? Get our voice heard.
Well, it's going to show people that, for one, there are an ass ton of people out there, which, by the way, is an actual unit of measurement.
Buttload.
Buttload, ass ton, and fuck ton are all real usual.
Just like a can't say that one, not on live. Like.
Right. A community unity next Tuesday here.
I like that.
You're welcome.
See you next Tuesday here. Yeah, I'm married.
He's married.
Not to this big sexy bitch. But no, I'm happily married.
Excuse you.
Donnie. Donnie or done.
But yeah, no, there's so many people that stand up for the same damn thing. And it's amazing. It really is to see people come together over a unified
like, you gotta realize it's a big thing when, like, everybody hates this guy. It's not just one side or the other. Everybody collectively hates these guys. They don't like them because they're just not good for America.
Yeah, they're not good for the people.
No, they're not people.
They're not people.
They don't know how to people.
Hell, I'm not even a people.
They've
but
never
I people
had
better
people.
than those people.
They've lived a completely, like, divulged life from peopling. There's even one of them that didn't live that divulged life, but he should have. Not rich, just away from people, and that's J.D. Vance. He's just creepy.
Yeah.
I still don't believe that AI was a AI. They say it was the leak of him moaning and crying about J.D. Vance. Right? They say it was a AI. They proved it was AI generated. I don't believe that. Sorry. I look at the track record of this guy, and then out of nowhere, here comes Elon. You telling me he wouldn't get mad like some jilted lover? You telling me he wouldn't get mad like he just got friend zone, ultra friend zone?
Oh yeah. I mean, the guy has a body that looks like a Tesla truck.
I know, like, in J.D. Vance's probably like, I definitely look better than him. But then again, you know, he does have that couch fetish, so he might look at Elon and be like, you look like a love seat.
God.
So it's kind of like,
I think, you know what? Holy shit.
A time capsule.
That's actually a good idea. A quick rundown of the week, a 7-day condiment.
That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Like I just did Saturday. What happened Friday? But yeah, like, so Friday, I don't think much went on. I don't even think there was. I think there were some Tesla takedowns.
Speaking of, seeing that you have some people tuning in to hear about this stuff, and we're going to have some people tuning in to hear about this stuff, and then we're going to have some people over there tuning in to hear about this stuff, and then I'm going to have some people tuning in to hear about this stuff. I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there. We do have an email address now.
We have an email address?
We have an email address. We are adam.seth.sundays@gmail.com, I think.
Yeah. You know, that brings up a good point. That you can find Adam and Seth Sundays on Discord as well. I got us a Discord.
Oh, hell yeah.
So if you want to reach out, you know,
you're going to have to send me a comment to that.
On YouTube, leave a comment through TikTok.
Yep.
Leave a comment through Discord. Leave a comment through Insta. For those on my live Instas, Seth.mosby.12 is OPIE_Stormhand. You can find us there. Yep. You can also find me on Blue Sky.
You cannot find me on Blue Sky.
Blue Sky is the better version of Twitter.
Well, I don't use Twitter.
Well, Twitter. Yeah.
For Nebula to drop.
It's going to be a minute.
Yeah.
Like I said, for people with Apple iOS, you'll be able to get it towards the end of this month, around April 30th. I've been watching the developers get involved with their lives or their Instagrams and whatnot for a while now, so I've been trying to keep on the upkeep of it. Definitely for us Android users, I haven't seen anything from them yet about when they'll be dropping it for Android. The soft answer right now is summer.
Someday.
No, not someday. Summer.
Someday.
Someday summer. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But if you link your email through their NeptuneTheApp.com, right, so you can get in the newsletter. Then they also have a Discord. The Neptune app has a Discord, and if you go on there, you go into Discord, follow their Discord. They have updates for being able to put a placeholder on your username. And I've already got my username placeholder. And we got one other alternate on TikTok. That one's not like
I know I have both your TikToks.
I don't have a lot of followers on that TikTok, which is fine by me. It's literally me showing off my pastry skills. Other than that,
which he is a damn good
baker. Yeah, this motherfucker bakes.
This motherfucker bakes. I bake.
Everybody knows like 420. Oh, 420? Yeah! It's going to be 420. Not right now, not this year.
Yeah.
Executive orders coming through. The insurrection bill, the Insurrection Act of 1785.
You know.
1875 or something like that.
You know what?
Yep.
If you're going to celebrate 420, then do me a favor. Celebrate 420 on 421.
Yes.
All right. And there's a reason why I say this.
Miss it by a minute.
Well, there's a reason why I say this. Because of every time I've ever celebrated and there was a poll passed around, there was always somebody who missed 420 by 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
And that was always the person who was never included in the fucking, happenings of 420 and shit like that. So celebrate it on 421. Don't be late.
Be late by a minute. For this one, be late. I mean, if you want to be early, go out there 419.
Yeah, go out 419.
Do something else.
I might actually be out there 419 with y'all.
We'd appreciate it. You don't have to be.
I know. I don't have to do anything besides pay taxes.
For those who don't know, real quick history lesson. Or a history quiz, actually. Let's try that, a history quiz.
I feel.
Well, you already got the answer to this one, so you know it. They don't. Well, some of them might. I don't know. Maybe. The day that the first shots were fired towards the British to announce that America was starting its revolution against Britain. Anybody know that one? Anyone alive?
The day America announced its revolution from Britain was
April 19th, 1775. Our 250th year of telling Britain to fuck off.
It's actually
to fuck off.
It actually kind of follows in correlation with timelines. So,
this time, if you're going to be early for 420, be there on 419.
Right. I was reading somewhere that empires only last up to about 300 years, 250 to 300 years.
Mm-hmm.
And now, a lot of people don't see it as one, but America has been a powerhouse empire for about 250 years now.
America is the new Roman Empire, and New York City is Rome. That was a quote from John Lennon. John Lennon.
Oh.
You would have thought back in the day, that doesn't mean, like, not really New York, but it is. Where did dipshit come from? Hey, Lacey, how you doing?
Well, I came from my mother.
Not nothing. Where did it? I can't. My voice is so bad right now. I can't do it. Where did the orange? See, my voice is so bad right now. Where did the orange tire come from? I can't do his voice right now.
Oh wow!
That's bad. I would try to do his voice, but it's not going to come out. That sounds like I ever tried to smoke for 35 years, and it doesn't affect me yet.
My name is Marjorie. So you're saying that
I'm 22
from
years
New York?
old. Yeah.
Wow.
Trump.
Yeah, Toronto Dump.
Yeah. Trump Tower. Where's that? New York.
Yeah, Dump Tower.
Maybe.
I will forever spoonerize his name, by the way.
Hold on. Donald Trump
Toronto
wasn't like an adult yet, but by the time John Lennon was assassinated, was he?
No. No. Well, I don't know.
His daddy, though.
Ah, yes, Daddy Dump. Like him. Well, I don't like him. I won't ever like him. I can't like him, and I won't try to like him. No.
No. That's what this fucking place is good for right now. No. No.
Do me a favor. Say do the roar.
I can't do it. Again.
Daddy. I love you, Daddy.
Yeah, no. I will forever spoonerize his name, though. Because,
It's a joke.
You sit there and you tell me the name Donald Trump.
Exactly. What's to like? There's nothing to like about fucking nothing.
Right. But you sit there and you tell me the name Donald Trump, and I'm just...
It gives Donald a bad name because one of my favorite characters in Disney is Donald Duck. You know why?
Because he's awesome and doesn't wear pants?
Besides that. But, like, he is the only Disney franchise character ever allowed to be used for a football icon, for a football mascot.
Yep.
Oregon Ducks.
Yep.
Conversing over here on my other camera.
Yep. He's praying.
I am not. Don't ever. How dare you?
He's praying to our great green nuggetress.
Look, I'm one of those people that, like, if you believe in a God,
Whoa! If
you believe in a God, that's fine. If you believe in a bunch of gods, that's fine. I believe in all of your gods.
Hold on. Who the hell said anything about a God? I just said you're praying to our great green nuggetress.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. That's the only one I believe in.
Jeez.
And I honestly feel like every single state in the goddamn country should be able to access it. Even if you want to play dry state like Utah when it comes to alcohol, you should still be able to sit there and be able to access it. Because I tell you what, it helps so many motherfucking people with so many different problems.
It really does.
The war on drugs could be ended today.
It even helps people like Steve.
Vince McMahon's wife.
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know anything about her.
Head of the education department.
So, look, all right. I know nothing about her I barely know anything about Vince McMahon because I never followed him on anything. This is what this tells me.
It's rich moguls. It's basically he just put a bunch of fucking rich people in his cabinet.
Got you. So the head of
He
our
didn't have enough
education
room.
is dumb.
He didn't have enough. When he already made his cabinet, he didn't have enough room for the other one, who gave him the promissory $280 million towards his campaign. Campaign. I'm telling you, bro, the Tesla stocks are tied to the campaign money that was given to Trump from Elon, and the more they tank, the less those fucking stocks are worth, and therefore there's no money there. And I feel like that's why fucking recently I just found out that Elon is like supposedly supposed to be leaving the Doge department in like 180 days or something like that, right? I wonder if it's like his money's leaving and like he knows it's about to crash and all that shit, right? And he knows that he fucked up like royally, and he ain't found shit, and he wants to get out of there. But they start doing a tribunal on him, like Nuremberg.
So well. Sorry about your luck, bud.
That's the thing is like, I honestly feel like with more money, they say more money, more problems. I'm thinking more money, less intelligence.
Yeah.
Like they say they're smart and all that, but like they're not human smart.
No.
I mean, they don't have compassion. You can't. Honestly, in reality,
No,
unless you are an extreme genius and know how to sit there and properly, for lack of a better term, milk the workforce to where you gain nothing but profit, and your employees and whatnot, they are like 100% behind you. So like Costco, places like that, yeah, you're not gonna be able to pull it off because you're gonna have to be cutthroat. You're gonna have to be fucking greedy. You're gonna have to fucking be able to step on everyone's toes. Your mom comes in and says she needs $5. You're like, here, mom, you're handing the $5 that you just fucking stole out of her wallet from the 260 that she had.
Mm-hmm.
That's how cutthroat you gotta be if you want to be that rich.
Yeah.
Like Jeff Bezos, like I said in our last episode, he looks like
Dr. Evil.
Dr. Evil, but Elon Musk sounds like him on Hello.
A lot of what I'm seeing though is that they're book smart.
Money smart, book smart.
It's the same thing.
Money savvy. You're not really smart with it either, because look at me.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, so they're money savvy. All right, and then you do have your book smart people. Now, don't get me wrong. Book smart people are, they're book smart people. What I want to see, what I actually want to see, somebody get into office who's street smart.
Okay.
Okay. And
keep going.
This is why I say this.
What else?
This is why I say I want to see somebody street smart get into office. Is because they've been there. They know what it's like to be on the bottom of the food chain. They know what it's like to have to struggle. They know what it's like to have to live in poverty. They know what it's like to have to fight for your next meal. They know what it's like to damn near get fucking robbed. They know what it's like to freeze. They know what it's like to starve. They know what it's like to actually have to stand next to somebody and say, hey, I don't have much of this, but here you go.
Can I add a couple?
Yeah.
He's black and he used to be a lawyer after he got out through all of that.
Oh my God. Bill Cosby.
I don't want to roofie the nation. I want to save the nation.
Obama is one hell of a person that I would like to see back in there.
Funniest goddamn thing about that. So there's this group out there that is trying to get it set up so that Trump can run for a third term, right? And they're trying to like get these bills and all this shit signed so that Trump can get it done. And the thing is that he has, because of our democratic process, he can't just like serve a third term. He has to run for it. Okay, which means there's a loophole. If Trump gets to run for a third term,
So does Obama.
and the thought of, you know, you can see in his face that,
You know,
and everybody goes fucking crazy, and especially the other side.
yeah.
They are now fighting to make it so that if you're gonna run for a third term, you can't have served 2 consecutive terms in a row.
Yeah, no, fuck all that.
Wait,
Fuck that.
wait. Does that mean we can bring back Clinton?
That's what I was thinking. Like, hold on here.
No,
we got to be
bring
careful
back
with
Bush.
that.
Actually, no. At this point, I would take George W. Bush, fucking full on.
Junior or senior?
Junior, full on. Fucking George W. Bush Jr. Full the fuck on over what we've got right now.
Yeah.
For sure. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a leftist. I'm not any of that. Whoever can do the fucking right job for the American people.
Right. That's where I stand. All right. I'm not Republican. I'm not Democrat.
That's
I'm
all
not leftist. I'm
Americans.
not rightist.
And
I'm
the
not,
ones that come over here and aren't quite Americans yet, they're Americans.
yeah.
They're Americans.
Yeah. See,
But that's my thought.
the white Americans, the ones that are, we're American and we're proud. Get out of our country because you're immigrants. Them kind of they're Americans.
Like, dude, no, that's the thing.
Hold on.
Dude,
Where the fuck are you from?
no, that's the thing. They're finding out. It's even funnier than that. They're like, white people colonized it first. I mean, you're wrong on that because it was actually Christopher Columbus and he was Spanish. He colonized America first when he came through. And then it was Don Quixote, or not Don Quixote, but Sancho Panza? No. Thinking of the same goddamn. I can't remember his name. But he was a conqueror that he came through and killed off all the fucking Mayans and the Aztecs and all that. We'll figure it out.
From where?
You'll see right around
From
here.
where?
You'll see right around here. I'll say that person's name.
Well, then again,
I'm gonna add this shit in. You understand?
Let's-
Like Riley.
let's.
Oh, by the way, my daughter is gonna sit there and help me sit there and do these edits, so I can have like inlays. So if I do something like this, I'm like, whoa.
Oh,
So I can take.
am I supposed
Video.
to be more spread?
I guess I can take video and put it in between my fingers.
Wow.
That was even better. We're gonna use that one. And this. And that last one.
Gotta think back further than that. We had fucking Vikings coming over here and setting up trade.
Oh.
I mean, granted, yeah, it wasn't colonized, but still, not the first ones here.
No, that's the other thing is like they're finding now, like historically, like there's shit that they're finding on or like the shores and shit on the eastern and even on the western banks of like it shows that other cultures had been here a long time ago, before even Christopher Columbus, before even the Vikings, and like the biggest the biggest
How are you gonna keep smacking me in the shoulder and hit my elbow and say sorry then?
But the biggest like fact of or the example of that actually being a thing is that in Siberia, if you ever see pictures of people in Siberia, you would automatically think, like true Siberians, you would automatically think they were the Inuit people. The thing is that those are the people that came across on the land bridge over to Alaska, which ended up bleeding that way, and then people from the south bled up this way, and then people from the east and west from the seas came over this way.
Yep.
The Maori, the Hawaiian people, the Tongans, the Pacific Islanders, the Polynesians, they've been here before
Mm-hmm.
But white people are always like, we're here first. And even the indigenous people, the Native American people, are basically a mix between the original Siberian people that came over crossing the land bridge and came down, and the native Latino, or well, Mexican, I can't remember the original name of the people, but those original people came up in the middle of just like.
Do me a favor. I want you to go back 150 billion years ago.
Who was here first?
You know what it was called? Pangea.
Panga.
Pangaloria for all I fucking
Bangalore!
But like it's fucking, it stayed that way. And then there are some arguments from some scientists that say that the continents didn't split until after sapiens were around.
657.
Well, I was just throwing a number out there. It's like
That's
600
no, you gotta
billion
be
years
careful
ago.
with that though, because there's those weird Christian people that believe that the planet is only 10,000 years old.
Yeah, that's right.
Or 20,000 years old, and then human existence is only 10,000 years old.
What?
No, yeah. I think they're also flat earthers or something like that.
Oh God!
We're going to talk about religion. There is no religion.
No. We are not talking about religion. No. And yes, well, I know about that religion. It is amazing, and if I had to choose one, that's the one I'm choosing. I just don't remember.
Adonatology.
Yeah. You know what, dude?
Adonatology. That is one that I will subscribe to. Revelations 36:14. Thank you, Phoebus, for them.
And if it
I'm going to masturbate them fast.
If it jiggleth, I shall smacketh it. Assolations 2069. Fuck yeah.
If it doth jiggle, it be doth wiggling. And if it doth wiggle, I go. Revelations 21:10. Dude, we should get
Nookatology.
we should get ordained in this.
Yo!
This should be like part of one of our podcasts about finding us. So am I. I'm a dude in Judaism.
Oh,
I can preside over weddings in Judaism.
I'm
And the dude
ordained
abides.
in Christianity, Wicca.
I was ordained Christian. I was ordained Mormon. I was ordained Catholic. I was ordained Pentecostal. I was ordained unorthodox.
So you got a lot. Cool. I
kept trying to find something.
I'm ordained in Christianity, Wiccan, Celtic, and Satanism.
I even studied Luciferianism. And
Well, hold on now. Are you talking
there's a difference
about
between Satan.
There
I
is.
already know.
in the Old Testament and Christianity?
Turn that bitch off. What are you doing off? How dare you?
Is it back on?
It's on.
In the old book of Christianity, it says, and it's very unfortunate that it says this, but a woman can be sold to her assaulter.
Yep.
Now, in the Satanic Bible, it says that nobody has the right to make any type of advancements that is unwelcome, and if they do so, they should be treated equally as such.
Yeah, that could be it. I got.
Right. I mean,
That's for a different time.
there's a list. All right, there's a list.
But
But
that's the thing.
that wasn't my point. That wasn't my point. I mean, I'm sorry to cut you off like that.
No, you're good.
My whole point is that, you know, you take the Bible and then you take the Satanic Bible, right? You put them next to each other, and they're opposites of what they stand for. All right, the Bible is supposed to stand for all that is light, good, and holy, and yada yada yada, and the Satanic Bible is supposed to stand for, what I will lie to you and lead you to the depths of fire.
You just died.
Oh shit! Ow. But
Sorry, peeps. His died. So we're gonna use this one. Okay,
anyway, so the Satanic Bible is supposed to pretty much tell you that Satan's bad. He's lying to you. He's gonna drag you to hell one way or another. But if you actually take the time to read them, not as a follower of the religions or anything like that, but take the time to actually sit down and read them, you will notice so many key differences that go against the book itself in the book. That's all I would say. No, anymore, after all the shit that we've done throughout our 23 years of friendship, and I mean, let's face it, if you've known us for anything over 10 years, no, if you've known us anything over 15 years, then you know that back in the day, we were some shitty people. But, anymore, yeah, I would much more prefer smoking a bowl. Get me something that's going to give me the munchies for some French fries, some veggie straws, something like that, man. What?
Oh, we're talking about alcohol, tobacco, or drugs.
Oh. What? Wow.
Because you said bowl of weed.
Oh, shit, my bad.
I'll smoke a bowl of weed. You can reference it, but you can't say you're smoking it.
But I'm not doing it.
That's the thing. That's that right there is what we're fighting against when it comes to all the shit that's going down in America. It's literally.
Yeah, no, that was some bullshit. And that was some true blue bullshit. And
It's okay though. I'm that's the thing is I'm cool with it because you got okay. So I just found this out too, and I just got and created mine on there. Blue Sky, the place I was just telling you about.
Yeah,
that is like the Antichrist of Twitter. They have their own TikTok style app.
Yeah.
But you can't record live or anything like that yet. You can't record videos and add a lot of filters or anything like that yet. But you can post videos that you've done editing or anything like that on it. So it's like TikTok super light. For those that don't know, that back in the day when the apps first came out, there was the app, and if it was actually you had to pay for it, there was the light version, which was the free open version, but you didn't get really shit. And then there was the super light version, which was called the demo.
Oh my God! Thank you for taking me down through the tunnel of history. I could have.
You're welcome back in those days. Call out my day.
I could have done everything without that.
Back in my day, you had to buy your ringtone.
Oh my God!
You had to wait till 9 o'clock to make a free call to your friends.
Look, buddy, I've said it once and I said it before, and I don't know if you put it in the last video or not, but I'm going to beat you with my boot.
The administration we have right now is trying to get rid of our rights as citizenship to mail-in voting. Funniest thing about that is Elon Musk has Starlink, and Trump is working with Elon Musk tell me if the two and two add together. Like, why don't you want us mailing in our votes here, bro?
Right.
Doesn't make a lick of sense. Make it make sense. Oh, on top of that, you got him trying to get rid. That's you got mail-in votes. Ties in. He's trying to get rid of the United States Postal Service. And there are people out there, literally, fucking going, we don't need them. They're outdated.
Okay, hold your horses out there.
You realize that the Postal Service outdates the United States of America.
Now, what are we going to do without the Postal Service? And I want you to really think about this. I mean, yes, bills online. You can send emails. You can send texts. You can send everything like that. Now, we have people that are sitting in prisons right now that their only form of communication is the United States Postal Service. We have soldiers overseas who their only form of communication with their families is, you guessed it, the United States Postal Service. We have people that are foreign exchange students who their only form of communication when they send a letter back here to home is the United States Postal Service.
Oh, God.
The USPS motto.
Yeah, neither snow nor sleet, nor rain nor hail will keep me from delivering the U.S. mail, or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
That's a tongue twister and a half. That's the thing, is like, he's trying to get rid of that. That's been around since before America. The what are they called? Pony Express. Pony Express. They weren't even a postal service. They were called the Pony Express for a little time.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like a 10-year stretch or something like that of the history of America when it was becoming America. They were the Pony Express. And then when America was becoming America, they took the Pony Express and turned them into the United States Postal Service.
Yeah.
With all the thing I think is funny is that, like, with all this shit that is going down, right, and it's not even the right side or left side. It's literally these idiots who follow these bunch of idiots and say, you're wrong for protesting and all that shit. Watching all these other people get together, stand together, march together, rally together, speak up together. Dude, it was humbling, but at the same time, it was like invigorating. I had brought something back out in me that, like, yeah, I had to remind myself I was at a rally
that person anymore.
with civilians, peacefully, obviously. But the thing is, like, give me a megaphone, tell me I need to sit there and get them. Okay. Got so far ahead that, like, I started losing my voice. As you heard, like I said, I apologize to people because of what I was doing.
He does normally sound like this.
And I got there, I'm all, Seth! I realized I can't hear my voice. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, Ramo, I ain't in that situation anymore. It's around, where's my baby? Where's my wife? She's right behind me. She's like coming up behind me. She's fucking right there by my side. I was proud to stand with her. My aunt came with me to the protest. She came by herself because she didn't come with me. My bad. I apologize, Aunt Janie, if you were watching this. She came by herself with my cousin because they wanted to stand for their rights too. And it was beautiful.
Hell yeah.
Those ladies, full grown badasses. I stood in awe, honestly. Like, I stood, like, brain power went to, that's your auntie, make sure anybody touches her, you. Make sure anybody sits there and does anything for you. And anybody that's watching this, you're nodding. I see you nodding. Anybody that's watching this catches that. You know what I'm saying without saying it.
Yeah.
It's a spice.
Land of the not so white cultured people. This
fucking soul. Oh,
I can't have pepper.
So yeah, we kind of got onto a little bit of political, but that's because of what's going on.
Yeah.
Just a real quick recap. April 19th, there'll be a big one coming up. The same thing happened at April 5th. I want to see way more people out there with their voices. I'll be out there. Be out there.
I should be out there.
Be out there with us.
Right.
Also, we were going to talk about a movie that we were supposed to talk about last episode, but we ended up.
Well, no, because last episode we came up with that.
About movies. Yeah, and then we were.
Even though last episode ended up being music, movies, and the multimedia. No, well, without getting onto it again. Lately, actually, I've been watching a lot of natural disaster movies. Like San Andreas. The newest one that I watched, new for me, is Ice Cyclone. Right, right. That's kind of what
It sounds like that fucking Sharknado shit.
Kind of. It's terribly filmed, but it's actually a really cool concept.
See, that's the thing is though, like, I don't mind them when they're B-rated and they're like aimed at being B-rated. I'm cool with it because I want to see how B-rated you get. At that point,
right.
Actually,
let me see how terrible you can
yourself
make a
being a B-rated movie, then I am totally for it. Okay,
right.
But
if you're a budget film trying to be a
this is going to be the blockbuster. This is going to set everybody apart. This is going to be the greatest thing anybody's ever fucking seen in their lives. They're going to experience this and it's going to tear apart their soul and rebuild it. And you're like,
in a world. In a world where tornadoes suck up giraffes.
You can see the boom guy. He was smoking a cigarette and eating a pie. In a spaceship.
Watched was Ice Cyclone, and the concept of the movie is volatile weather during the winter. Not just any volatile weather. So you know that storms have seasons. Yeah. Right, fucking rainy season is like hurricanes and tsunamis, typhoons and shit like that. Spring and summer is a lot of like tornadoes and shit like that. And of course, fucking winter is ice storms and shit like that. Well, it mixes ice and fire pretty much, conceptually. So the premise is that global warming is slowly starting to keep going, and I know global warming, but what they did.
I believe in global warming. Thank you very much.
I was talking for some of them because
if they're watching this, they're not okay. Like, look, okay, real quick. If you're watching this and you don't believe in global warming, you shouldn't be watching it.
You really shouldn't. You really shouldn't. But anyways, so the premise is that because of global warming, we're now having tornadoes in the middle of winter. And it's become such a volatile thing that they're happening in cold spots. And it's shooting these fucking killer icicles at people. Like, I mean, and it was really cool. You get to see somebody get impaled through their mouth, through the back of their head.
So, this is going on YouTube. This will end up going on YouTube, so this is like very much this thing. What did we call it again?
What did we call what?
Choreographer.
Oh yeah, the choreographer.
I'm gonna see if there's anything.
I'm sure there's lots of things labeled the choreographer. Los Desas Vos Choreographer.
I like the fact that I look up the choreographer horror movie. His Step Up shows up.
Look, it wasn't necessarily a bad movie. It was just a bad movie. Slide across the ground. Slide across the ground. Dance moves. Dance moves. Jazz hands.
But no, there's nothing. So we're good.
Sweet.
So you got an idea for a horror movie called The Choreographer. Okay. The whole premise is choreographer is a person. They are
Obsessed
with this idea for the greatest musical dance ever. Like bigger than Rogers and Hammerstein, bigger than Cats. Right? Just bear with me. That's what they think. They're nuts. I mean, they end up in a loony bin and take over the loony bin, kill everybody off, and unalive everybody off, and turn it into their theater. Because the choreographer's good, they're well known, but they end up going insane.
Yeah.
Right? But nobody knows what happened to them. They became recluse. Now they're getting, but the choreographer, they evolve, and basically whatever you call it. It's like they thirst for more, so they want actual, because they're tired of the mess that it makes with the homeless people. Okay, you can even make that the first movie.
First movie.
Oh yeah, there's gotta be more. It's gotta be B-rated. It's gotta be B-rated.
Oh yeah.
Gotta be B-rated.
Gotta be B-rated.
Blood, 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 blood.
VB for that very budget.
So yeah, they did. You even use that as the first movie that they start off with the homeless people, kind of like Saw. You know what I mean? But the second, like what they get past that point, they want to get the actual auditioners, as you would call them. So it sends out these secret little notes because they're hiding in the back when they're doing like a play or something like that, right? When one of the victims or whatnot is doing a play or something like that, the audition or the choreographer is standing in the back, watching them as they do their, and then leaves them the secret little note says, "You are welcome to come audition from my," and they know the name because they see it and they're like, "Oh, I got the audition. I'm not going to be a nobody anymore. I'm going to be a somebody." Right? That's when they go to this fucking place and there's like all these people that get together and like, "Oh, you're auditioning too? Oh my god, you got the letter too." And that's when it ensues.
Right.
You will go through the most horrifying, I just told you, to become the greatest star. No, like the music's gonna be fucking completely like torn the fuck apart, weird as fuck, right?
Oh yeah.
Off tempo, off key, all that, right? So is the choreography.
Oh yeah.
Right? And of
That's
course,
what's gonna make it so hard.
Wrong, you did it wrong. And then Gronk goes over, pops her head off.
Mind you,
No, stop!
I cannot dance for shit.
Yeah, so like it's completely. It'll be complete improv when it comes to fucking dance, right?
You might
Right
even
now,
see me in
it's-
the rear.
They're like, so thing is that nobody ever, they never actually make it out. That's probably the best way to put it. They never make it out. But
Saw 3.
they're what do you call it? The final.
Frontier.
No, it's not all that.
Final paycheck.
What they do right before, or when they practice it before.
Oh,
Going on the stage.
the final whatchamacallit.
Honey, what did it go when you go out?
Just for this one?
Thank you.
Is that what we're talking about?
Yes.
Yes, I love you. You're gorgeous. You're amazing. You're so smart. So yeah, when they do their
The final
dress
paycheck.
rehearsal, that's when they get their final cut. And oh god, what was the goddamn slogan? Oh, you didn't make the cut, Veronica,
Oh yeah.
but I did.
Yeah.
And of
Yeah.
course, the big gets away, and so does the choreographer to go on to the next audition?
See, I think it would be absolutely fantastic if you put a small twist on that, instead of being, the big, that guy being all, big and towards the end.
No. That's the thing.
Towards the end,
do
like
that on purpose.
Yeah, towards the end, it reveals like the big kind is actually like.
I would have it all like you would have your own fucking like spots. Where they're like, oh, yes. So girls are like, oh, I know how to win him over. You're like, right? She's like, I know how to win him over. Flips her hair.
Oh yeah.
Hey, she walks over to you and goes, hi, girl. Frankly, I actually like a girl with brains. And you're really not my type. But anyway.
Thanks for the audition.
Okay. I'm just, feeling like I can't really express myself. I think I just really...
I don't understand what's wrong with me.
I just really break free in this role. It's just like have the same fucking person every time coming up to get their next.
It's got to be the same three people.
Yeah, same three people. And then, like one of them gets skits, and they're like, no. Okay, shit.
Sitting there waiting. Well, are you gonna come now?
Totally fucking B-rated. D-rated. D-rate? D-rate.
Drained budget.
It's deranged. We're in the D-range. Oh. The choreographer has to dress like fucking Frankfurt.
I know next week I'm going to be working on setting us up a page for our podcast. And then I'm going to be setting up a Patreon as well. So all you lovely folks who do want to see the outtakes will be able to do that. Well, I'm going to work on my homework.
Raw and uncut.
So if
you can find us on Discord at Adam Seth Sundays.
You still have to send me a link to that.
It's just Adam Seth Sundays. It's
You have to send.
Adam Seth Sundays. Adam Seth Sundays. See you with me. Adam Seth Sundays. Give it to me now. Adam Seth Sundays. Oh shit, this is kind of good. Fuck, I think I should. Show me how to do this. It'll show. I know right now. I'm getting. Wait. It's not that long. Wow. Okay, wait.
Wasn't gonna.
What's my stomach? I'm like. Well, it sounds like my dog.
Oh man.
Alright folks, what we're going to do now for this week, catch us next week where we'll talk more about what's going on with the world. What we did last week, which is this week that you guys see.
It'll be next week.
This is the best. But yeah,
catch us next week at Adam and Seth Sundays. Don't have too much fun.
Shibuya.